Live from KSAT 12. The 6 o'clock news starts right now.
Cleared of criminal wrongdoing, a former Bexar County Precinct 2 captain who served under former Bexar County Constable Michelle Barrientos Vela says it's time to return him to work.
Arbitration for Mark Garcia got underway today, more than 4.5 years after he was fired from the agency. Dylan Collier lays out how we got to this point.
Captain Mark Garcia was indicted at the same time as former Bexar County Precinct 2 Constable Michelle Barrientos Vela in early 2020. But their paths have taken vastly different courses since then. Barrientos Vela was convicted of felony tampering with records nearly 2 years ago, while Garcia was granted immunity in exchange for testifying against his one-time boss, testimony he never ended up giving.
The truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Which brings us to today. Garcia appearing before the County Civil Service Commission in an effort to get reinstated to the agency that fired him weeks after his arrest.
I had so bad nerves that my gut would twist.
Garcia's former co-worker, Sergeant Leonicio Moreno, testifying that workplace conditions at the West Side Precinct improved 1,000% after Barrientos Vela and Garcia were removed.
That was the kind of attitude that they both had towards us. You know, if they talked to us, it wasn't very pleasant.
Moreno, who received a $215,000 settlement after suing the county over his treatment on the job, said the former constable and her captain subjected him to workplace humiliation, spread rumors that he wanted to harm himself, and orchestrated his 2019 arrest and perp walk for a felony perjury charge that was quickly dismissed.
This is just another form of retaliation from Michelle Barrientos. That's all I have to say right now.
But Garcia's attorney, Mark Anthony Sanchez, repeatedly pointed out that Moreno's accusations were directed at the ex-constable and not Garcia, whose law enforcement career was derailed after being indicted.
We don't decide cases that require due process on a guilt by association standard.
According to Sanchez, Garcia is asking for back pay that has climbed well into the 6 figures. The hearing resumes September 19th.
Barrientos Vela, meanwhile, continues to challenge her felony convictions. A panel of judges for the 8th Court of Appeals in El Paso is scheduled to take on the case late next week. Reporting downtown, Dylan Collier, KSAT 12 News.
The man who San Antonio police say shot and killed 2 dogs remains in a hospital being treated for his own gunshot wound. Police said the 44-year-old suspect shot himself in the head as a SWAT team closed in to arrest him last night. Officers flooded into the apartment complex on Wakefield Drive near North Star Mall. Police say they have evidence that he's the person caught on this camera last weekend, firing shots from a car at a dog on the sidewalk. They believe he also shot a second dog nearby. The suspect's neighbors, though, have a tough time believing that.
He didn't seem like he was like that kind of person to me. He was like, he's kept quiet.
No, it doesn't fit at all.
Neighbors say the suspect, whose name hasn't been released yet, has pets of his own, nearly a dozen cats. They say it doesn't make sense that he would kill dogs.
A little after 2 o'clock in the morning, our video cameras from inside were able to catch that the window shatters through.
Shock, frustration, and confusion. A local dog daycare owner is feeling all of that after her business was shot at earlier this week. Haley Powers takes us inside Pup, Pup, and Away, and the message the owner has for the shooter.
It punctured through our desk, it punctured through a wall, so even throughout the day we're still finding bullet fragments, bullet points, and just some random shards of glass.
Stephanie Garza is still cleaning up debris from an early morning shooting on Tuesday.
When my staff came in at about 6 a.m., I got a call from them saying that our front door had been shattered.
Garza immediately called San Antonio police and filed a report. A nearby business was able to give her and SAPD some help.
We were able to capture an image of a white pickup truck passing through.
Pup Pup and Away has been open near Bandera and 410 since 2020. Garza says something like this has never happened before.
It's hard to tell if this was a personal attack. I can't think of any reason why anyone would want to target us that way. Did we just happen to be the lucky ones that got picked for some sort of random criminal activity?
As police continue to investigate the shooting, Garza says it's business as usual, and she won't be scared away.
We will take every precaution that we need to make sure that your dog is safe. Nothing like this is going to scare us or make us back down. We're here to stay, and we're happy to serve the pets of San Antonio.
Haley Powers, KSAT 12 News.
Now, right now, police have not identified that person seen in the security video. It's just one of multiple recent shootings, though, involving animals in our area. We asked SAPD, and they say as of right now, none of these incidents appear to be connected, but they are still investigating.
At nearly $1 billion, it is San Antonio's largest budget ever. So why is the mayor calling it a soft landing? City Hall reporter Garrett Berger tells us what's inside this.
For the first time in years, the city of San Antonio is trying to figure out what to cut so it can balance its budget over the next 2 years.
The city hasn't been in this position since after the recession of 2009.
City Manager Eric Walsh says city revenue growth is coming back to a normal pre-COVID rate and is being outpaced by the city's expenses. So the city's looking to cut or move around more than $36 million in spending over the next 2 years.
But I did want to just tell you that in large part, we are just rearranging the deck, rearranging the furniture on the deck. We're not looking at additional revenues. So where can we be more efficient?
I will not use the term back to basics, because who wants to be basic?
It's not exactly a struggle budget. Most of the proposed cuts are minor, and it still includes more cops, more street maintenance money, and more homeless camp cleanups. Though not every council member is happy about that one.
I understand that people don't want to look at homeless encampments, but at a certain point, we're sweeping people away who are going to have to build an encampment elsewhere because that's just what they're doing until they come right back the next day.
But there is also a big question mark hanging over the budget. The city's still negotiating a contract with the fire union. And since staff penciled the city's less expensive proposals into the budget, moving closer to the steeper raises the firefighters want will mean cutting something to make room.
Ideally, I'd like to have an agreement as quickly as possible. I'm sure the Fire Association would too, and I think it's going to require us to continue to make movement.
But it's all in flux until council members approve the final budget on September 19th. Garrett Berger, KSAT 12 News.
There is a new statewide system to keep track of and monitor security checks at local schools. The program is called Sentinel. It's a uniform system for schools to use to report and store their safety and security checks and assessments. KSAT reached out to 18 school districts across the San Antonio area to see if they had accounts set up through this yet. As of Thursday night, we'd heard back from 8. 5 say they were set up on this system, like Northeast ISD and Alamo Heights ISD. Others told us they're waiting for more information before they activate their portals. Sentinel is available to all schools in Texas for free.
We want to keep our students and staff as safe as possible. And
we're going to do what we can to ensure that when your kid goes to that school, when they enter those front doors, when they're there during the school day, getting an education, and when they leave for the day, that their safety is our #1 priority.
Now, it's important to point out here that families and students do not have access to this portal. On KSAT.com right now, we have a breakdown of those 8 schools that got back to us and where they stand with this program. We also have a KSAT Explains episode dedicated to school safety and what the state is doing to improve it. Scan this QR code to check that out. We explain what happens at the Texas School Safety Center in San Marcos, how they do school threat assessments. And we talk to the state's Chief of School Safety and Security about his background in the Secret Service. KSAT Explains is on demand now.
Take a live look outside. Another triple-digit day, and like Adam has been saying, heat and repeat.
Yes, heat and repeat, Adam.
We all collectively came up with that, earlier this week, last week?
Yeah, we'll call it a group effort.
Sounds like it's something that it would say on a directions. Heat and repeat.
Heat and repeat.
Yeah,
that's a word, heat and repeat. If it doesn't work, you can restart it, unplug and plug it back in. It's not going to make a difference. 102 our high temperature today. That's 2 degrees shy of the record, and 5 degrees above the average high temperature. That makes it our 19th 100-degree day so far this year. I don't like having to update this graphic every day, but it's that trend that we're in. But by this time last year, we were at 50 triple-digit days, and this time 2 years ago, we were at 58. Cotulla made it to 106. Carrizo Springs 104, and Del Rio 106, the high temperature. The new drought monitor's in. We'll look at that and take a look at the latest in Ernesto, where it is in the Atlantic, and when it's going to hit Bermuda in just a bit.
All right, thanks, Adam. Tell you what, it's got to be hot out on this roadway right now. You can see here at Highway 90 and 35, there's those two trucks right there on the shoulder as cars are coming around this curve. There's also one of those TxDOT Hero vehicles trying to help clear this scene up. But it's going to slow down drivers just a little bit, but no backup because of this at 90 and 35.
Today, the Spurs releasing their schedule for the upcoming season. This year, the Spurs getting 14 games. It'll be nationally televised. It includes when they take on the Indiana Pacers in Paris on January 25th. Paris. Now we want to hear from you. How far do you think the San Antonio Spurs will go this season? Will the team miss the playoffs? Could they go all the way to the finals? Somewhere in between. You can vote right now. Just scan the QR code on your screen, and you can see the numbers changing a little bit. More people right now think they're going to make it to the first round of the playoffs. Miss the playoffs was the leading when we checked in on this at 5. And look at the optimists clear to the right. Also growing from 12 to 14% from our 5 o'clock. We'll continue to monitor this throughout our newscast.
We see you, NBA Finals voters. Still ahead here on the news at 6, the Bernie Little League team is playing their first game in the Little League World Series tournament. Coming up, we'll be out live to watch this party, to hear from fans and see these kids cheer them on. But first, a look outside with live cam. Another triple-digit day in San Antonio. Adam Caskey is going to have your forecast.
And the latest on Hurricane Ernesto's path. Up next.
A local Genghis Grill, one of several restaurants we visited this week for Behind the Kitchen Door that has several health code violations. Coming up, we'll tell you what they are and we'll go through the report with you.
Big day for baseball in Bernie. The Bernie Little League team playing in their first ever Little League World Series. The team in Williamsport, Pennsylvania tonight.
But back here at home, and especially in Bernie, they have quite the fan base. And that's where we find our John Paul Barajas. At a watch party tonight, this crowd has got to be excited, JP.
That's right. Everybody here is having a great time. We're at the Free Roam Brewing Company. This place is packed. It's one of numerous watch parties here in Bernie. As you guys mentioned, the entire community really rallying around these 12-year-olds who are making history. Now, everybody here is either family, friends, or just bleeding with Bernie pride. So we wanted to get a little mid-game commentary. We're going to start right here. What are your thoughts on the boys making it this far, the first World Series, Little League World Series appearance for Bernie baseball?
I mean, we are all just super stoked. We're so grateful for them. They've worked so hard all season. Our theme this year in Bernie IC is One Bernie, and here we are supporting our Bernie versus the world. So we couldn't be more proud of them. We know they're going to do awesome things.
Awesome stuff. One Bernie, you just heard it right there. This game just got started. I believe we already have one hit. We got a double, and I think we got an out. The game is still early. We're going to go to this man right here. All right, game just started. What are your thoughts on the situations? We got a double, we got one out.
Man, I love that the boys are already seeing the ball. You can tell it's a good hitting team. It's going to come out on top tonight for the Bernie boys.
Still lots of game to be played. What's your prediction for tonight?
I see 6-2 for the good guys.
6-2 for the good guys. If you're not knowing what that means Bernie. I want to stop by and talk to this man right here. You are president of the Bernie Little League Baseball Association.
Vice President.
Vice President, very modest. What are your thoughts on these 12-year-olds, not just representing Bernie, but the entire Southwest region in this tournament?
Are we proud of them? Yes, we are. We're proud that they have a chance to showcase their hard work and talent that they've been perfecting over the summer, and we're proud of them to represent our city, our community, state, and region. Let's go, Bernie.
Let's go, Bernie. We got two more questions here. Let's talk to this woman right here. You said that there is a saying going around, not just in Pennsylvania with the team, but right here in Bernie. Talk to me about that.
Absolutely. There's hashtag Bernie versus the world, baby. And that means their family here in Bernie in Texas is behind them. But not only are we behind them, their moms, their dads, their siblings that are sitting in the stands are experiencing a moment in a lifetime, and we're here to cheer them on. And hashtag Bernie versus the world, baby.
Bernie versus the world. You gotta love the intensity, but on a sweeter, more softer note, we're gonna talk to a proud grandfather right here. You got some blood playing in this game right now.
Yes, sir. My grandson plays second base for Bernie Southwest,
I'm extremely proud. Just want to give a little shout out. Win, Bernie, win!
Awesome stuff, guys. Lots of ball to be played. We're going to be here throughout the night, and obviously KSAT Sports is going to have you covered on all the updates. Back to you guys.
All right, I love it.
Yes,
I love it.
awesome.
I love that atmosphere. Yeah, thanks, John Paul.
Thank you. Bernie versus the world. We got to keep that going.
Yeah, I like that, Grandpa. Make it happen.
It's good to be excited about, somebody local on a national stage right now. All those kids.
Cool.
Hashtag Bernie versus the world.
I love that hashtag.
Yeah.
Do people still do that for hashtag?
We can still do it. Yeah.
That's really, you're a trendsetter.
Well, I'm pretty slay, so.
Oh, yeah, slay away, please.
All right, you guys be all skibbity over there. Let's get right to this and get to our headlines, right? Let's get right to our headlines. These are Sigma. Heat and repeat. Myra just gave me the side eye. And I don't know if I can repeat what Steve said. Anyway, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Heat and repeat, triple digits daily. Rain, little to no chance. The heat high is the dominant factor and the main influencer in our weather. I can't help it, but whenever I say influencer with weather, does your mind go to social media? Yes. Myra's does too. I know it. Yes, exactly. The main influence on our weather. What's happened to us? Tropics. We've got Hurricane Ernesto way out there in the Atlantic. So let's talk about the drought monitor. 30% of Texas is in drought. A good chunk of that right here in our backyard, especially west of San Antonio to the Rio Grande, but also West Texas seen some very significant drought. We're talking extreme and exceptional drought. And notice this is a difference from last week and even a couple weeks ago. The yellow and brown in North Texas and the Panhandle, that's new. We're actually starting to dry out a little bit up there. Rainfall potential going forward, not great. Nothing significant. Parts of East Texas and a little bit closer to the Red River could tap into a little bit of moisture around here. We've got about a 10% chance for a couple of days next week. That's about it. But you see the vast majority of the rain deflected up and around Texas because of the heat high that's still influencing our weather and settling in. Right now it's a split heat high, but it's starting to turn into one individual heat high here that's going to be drifting into New Mexico and Texas, and the primary influence, not influencer, the primary influence on our weather. Look at our high temperature trend. Anywhere from 100 to 102 going forward. Basically more of the same, the heat and repeat conditions that we're in. But we do have Hurricane Ernesto to talk about. Right now, a Category 1 hurricane. It's definitely more organized and put together than the imagery we were looking at this time yesterday. Even started to get a little bit of an eye there starting to develop earlier today. Max sustained winds 85 miles per hour, headed to the north at 13. It's really headed right toward Bermuda and is likely to directly impact Bermuda by Friday and especially through the weekend. Could even have a direct landfall over the island of Bermuda. You look at the computer models of spaghetti plots, really tightly packed over Bermuda and then keep it away from the U.S. and kind of just skim against eastern Canada, far eastern Canada by early next week. So here's a look at one of the computer models. See the island of Bermuda right here where you see the writing, and the eye wall, even the eye, the center of the circulation could actually directly hit and make landfall on the island by early Saturday morning. Thereafter, it gradually weakens, impacts parts of far eastern Canada, moving into the North Atlantic and continuing to weaken. That's all we have to look at in the tropics. Nothing else out there of concern right now. Look at the potential wave heights here. This is, way out to sea, talking south of Bermuda. You could have waves of 35 to 40 feet with that hurricane. I mean, real deal. As for impacts to the U.S. East Coast, rip currents and higher surf. Good for boogie boarders, basically. 79 in the morning, 91 at noon, 101 the high temperature tomorrow afternoon. That's as warm as 105 in Carrizo Springs, and we'll make to 101 in New Braunfels. And then it's heat and repeat, more of the same. Coming up at 6:45, Thermometer Thursday meets smoking meat.
When Adam's loves combine.
Yeah, exactly.
We're talking pit thermometers.
It's a special Thursday.
Yep.
Yeah.
Pit thermometers.
Thank you. Thank you, Adam, I think. All right, so when you talk about a legacy football team, high school football team in San Antonio in the area you're talking about, Judson.
Absolutely. Judson Rockets. I mean, if you know Texas high school football, you know about this program. And under head coach Mark Soto, the Rockets are definitely on the rise. And you know what? The Spurs regular season schedule is out. We got some key dates for you coming up. Around 2 p.m. local time, the schedules for the upcoming NBA season came out for all 30 teams. Some matchups leaked out on social media last week, but now we have exact dates and times for the silver and black. And here are some of those key games for you. The Spurs opening night is Thursday, October 24th at the Mavs at 6:30 p.m. Their home opener is Saturday, October 26th versus the Rockets, 7:30 p.m. at the Frostbank Center. The Spurs will host the Rockets again on the 28th. They'll play on Christmas Day, Wednesday, December 25th at the New York Knicks at 11 in the morning. On New Year's Eve, Tuesday, December 31st. They'll host the Clippers at 6 p.m. at the Frostbank Center. Then you've got the Paris games on January 23rd and 25th versus the Indiana Pacers. The Rodeo Road Trip will be 10 games beginning February 3rd at Memphis. There will be 2 games in Austin on February 20th and the 21st, followed by 4 more Rodeo Road Trip games to wrap up the road trip. The Spurs will not play in San Antonio for nearly a month, and the final regular season game is Sunday, April 13th versus the Raptors at 2:30 p.m. The Judson Rockets are looking to make some noise in District 29 6A as we continue our big game coverage previews. Led by head coach Mark Soto, the Rockets went 4-8 last season, advancing to the area round of the playoffs. The record's a bit misleading, though, because they lost a handful of very close games. The Rockets have 7 starters on offense coming back and 6 starters on defense returning. The seniors on the roster, where they're all about Rocket pride and leading the way for the underclassmen.
Rock pride's everything. I've grown up being a Rocket, so it's just something you live. It's character traits and just being a good person.
It's extremely important. I'm ready to get my guys up and hype and ready to lead them. And I feel like I could do great in this role and do good things.
That means a lot. The seniors last year paved the way for us, so we're going to come in with the same enthusiasm that they had, and we're going to take it throughout the season.
I'll tell you what, we've had an amazing offseason since January. We've been working hard, and we're really, really happy about where our kids are right now. They worked out all summer long, so we're anticipating a good long run, just like the Rockets of the old.
Judson will open the season Friday, August the 30th against Johnson at Heroes Stadium. The Trinity Tigers football team is back to work, opening up fall camp today ahead of the new season. The Tigers went 10-2 overall last season, 8-0 in the Southern Athletic Conference. They advanced to the second round of the NCAA playoffs, where their season ended in North Central College. Under head coach Jeremy Urban, the Tigers are one of the top Division III teams annually, and the guys are happy to be back on the field.
Super excited. The first day of camp is always kind of like Christmas every year, whether it's high school football or college football. It's always the most exciting day, seeing what we got for this next year and just getting ready to work.
I'm really excited. I mean, this is what we've been waiting for all year. Hard summer workouts. I mean, being with the guys is one thing, but once everybody's finally together, I mean, it's something special. So yeah, I'm ready.
It's unique, but every year that goes along, I definitely appreciate it more, and it feels weird that it's the last one, but it'll be a fun time.
And the Tigers will kick off the season at home on Saturday, September 7th with Texas Lutheran at 7 p.m. In the Little League World Series, Bernie is playing Newtown, Pennsylvania right now. The game started at 6:11. We'll have highlights for you on the night beat, and at last check, there was no score on the bottom of the first.
Yeah, highlights from Pennsylvania and from the watch party in Bernie.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
we got you
Bernie
covered.
versus the world.
I love that.
Thanks,
Hashtag.
Yeah. We are getting answers to your medical questions in Doc Talk up next. It is time now for Doc Talk. Every week we ask you for medical questions and we take them straight to local doctors to get some answers. And this week it's all about kids. So we are joined now by Dr. Christopher Case from Christus, a pediatrician with Christus Children's. Thanks for being here.
Oh, thanks for having me.
Great to have you. All right, first question. We're going right into it. Linda V says, my 6-year-old only wants to eat pizza. He refuses to eat anything else. What advice do you have for children who are picky eaters?
Yeah, so we get this question all the time. The caveat I like to start with is that everything that as pediatricians we say, it always sounds great, but trying to actually implement it is
hard.
A lot, a lot more difficult. So
Easier said than
we
done.
know that. I have kids. Like it all sounds great, and then you're like actually do it. But here's what the big thing: as a parent, the things that you can control are what goes on your kid's plate and when they eat, and that's it. There's nothing else you can really factor. Now, what the kids control is what things on the plate they eat and how much they eat. So if you try to think about it like that, it becomes a lot less of a conflict.
Yeah.
Now, the big thing with like pizza or anything like, if we had a choice of things, the things that taste better are the things that we're generally going to want. And kids are smart. They try to kind of put they try to influence, or all the influence, get their independence, and kind of be like, okay, well, if I hold out long enough, there's a chance that I might get this pizza.
Oh yeah, that strategy's happened at my house.
But you got to try to work on a balanced plate, and that kind of has, really 50% fruits and vegetables. And the big thing that we try at my house is we call them no thank you bites. So you get 3 no thank you bites. You have to try at least everything on your plate. If you take your 3 bites and you still don't want it, then that's fine.
I like that. 3 no thank you bites. Okay.
So, but the big thing is that you have to be willing to do is that, you know what? They have the right to say, I don't want to eat any of this, which is fine. They're going to be fine, but you have to set boundaries in that, like, hey, that's your decision, but you have to wait until the next time we eat to get something else. And they can't fill that in between time with a lot of snacks and things like that.
That everyone's always asking for.
Yeah. But it's easier said than done, but it's one of those things to try to take out the conflict. It's just like, hey, you can control what you can control, and sometimes it can take 10 even more times before they'll finally kind of admit, like, oh, hey, maybe I don't.
Yeah,
I like this a little
repetition,
bit more.
right?
Exactly.
Okay, our next question here. Is it common for 1 to 6-year-olds to sleepwalk, sleep talk, or sit up in their sleep?
Yeah, so during sleep, your body can do a lot of strange things. A lot of it has to do with the natural sleep cycles, and there are certain things that happen, particularly towards the beginning of the night, where your body is not in a paralyzed state. It's able to move around, but you're still not forming memories. So there's like a group of different things that can happen. One of them is sleepwalking. Another one that a lot of parents will remember is something called night terrors. So those are when your child will kind of wake up, be very, like, they're inconsolable. They won't even, like, their eyes can be open, they can be talking to you, but they're not recognizing you. Things like that. They're not actually awake. It's really scary as the parent, but they're not forming any memories. They're going to go back to sleep, wake up the next morning, no problem.
So it is common.
It's very, I would say, like, most parents could probably think of a time where this has happened with their kids. And sleepwalking is a very similar thing, except they're actually getting up and doing things. And that way it's not dangerous, except what things they're able to kind of have access to while they're up and about.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, here is a back to school question that we want to ask. Of course, back to school, parents bracing for illnesses. What vitamins or supplements can you give a child to boost immunity?
Well, we're back to school. Congratulations, parents. We all did it. Now, really, the biggest thing to talk about is, like, a healthy diet really will give you all the kind of the vitamins and supplements that your body needs. If you get a well-balanced diet, you have source of proteins, you can have veggies, fruits, things like that. That really has all that your body needs. When you talk about kind of more of a restrictive diet or maybe a really picky eater, that may be something where just like a generic multivitamin with iron could be helpful, but really a lot of it should come from your diet.
Parents always try to figure out a way that the kids aren't going to get sick and then the house isn't going to get sick. There's really no magic pill out there is what you're saying.
No.
So you can boost immunity.
No, really. It's the same thing. Washing hands, getting your immunizations, getting your flu vaccine, and really, like, if your child is sick, keep them home until they're better before you send them back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dr. Case, we appreciate you being here. First time on Doc Talk.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
I like to have the Dr. Case, doctor on the case, kind of fits together.
We can give you like a superhero name.
And now that your time's over, it's case closed.
Oh my gosh. Welcome to the News at 6 with Steve.
By the way, if you have questions for our doctor lineup, we would love to take them to our lineup of doctors every Thursday at 6:30. It's Doc Talk. You can hit this QR code and submit your question. Dr. Case, thanks for your time.
Thank you.
We'll be right back. Look outside with live cam. Plenty of heat out there, plus thermometers and brisket.
Meat thermometers, I think we're going to talk
about. Well, not just.
Do you make meat thermometers?
No.
I mean, is that something you put together? Is that like a?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
Nope. This has to do with your pit and your pit thermometer.
Your pit thermometer.
Pit thermometer, very important.
Do you make pit thermometers?
Nope, I don't make them, but
okay.
I know how to calibrate them and double check their accuracy, which is very important when it comes to smoking meat.
Yeah.
102. Our high temperature today. We have more triple digits. We've got a thermometer winner, and of course, Ernesto to talk about. Also throw in our average first cold front. We'll get to that in a bit.
Sorry, I was quizzing Adam Caskey on thermometers.
On pits.
Pits.
Yeah.
Meat. You know, all things that he thoroughly enjoys.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, man, I already planning out my next smoke, and that's going to be, I think I'm going to do, so whenever my nephews from Chicago come into town, you know, got to treat them, and they love it.
We still need to do the tailgate.
We do.
for
We do.
UTSA.
Yes, you guys do.
I'm just saying. I'm going to talk to Elder. Maybe we can make it a Texas East.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
To everybody out there, Steve and I want to have a big tailgate at a UTSA
before the game.
Before a game, football game.
Go to the game, have some fun.
And hopefully we can get one of these cold fronts that we typically get late September, early October. The average first cold front is about September 24th. You look back at the past 10 years, it's come as early as September 6th and as late as October 7th. Either way, we're getting closer to when we typically see them. And keep in mind, with our average high of 97, it is the warmest point of the year, climatologically speaking, and we're going to have more triple digits going forward, anywhere from 100 to 102 basically in the days ahead. And it's more than just the next 7 days. The pattern really favors above average temperatures continuing all the way through, look at this, August 25th. The Climate Prediction Center, this is their updated outlook that far out, and it makes sense with this kind of a weather pattern. It's usually not that definitive, but this time of year with this kind of pattern, pretty reliable type of forecast. And you look at the rainfall potential, we could use it across our area, North Texas and West Texas, but we don't have a lot of opportunities going forward. I mean, we're talking a small 10% chance for a few days next week. That's about it. So nothing significant, nothing meaningful for rain chances. Hurricane Ernesto, Category 1. The new update from the Hurricane Center, 7 p.m., boosted its max sustained winds up to 90 miles per hour. That's in the eye wall, part of the eye wall of Ernesto. This is moving toward Bermuda and will continue to directly impact this island from starting tomorrow, basically, all the way through the upcoming weekend, and could even have a direct landfall on the island. There is that potential. I mean, when you think about it, it's a very small island out in the vast Atlantic. An exact landfall of the eye over that small island, statistically pretty impressive if you think about it. But it's going to be close, if not directly over it, no matter what. And here's the European computer model, and it does show that eye wall coming up basically against Bermuda early in the pre-dawn hours on Saturday, still impacting it until we get later in the day on Sunday for Ernesto. Nothing else in the Atlantic of any concern that could be any development yet. 79 at 8 a.m. tomorrow, 91 at noon. So another warm, sticky day tomorrow at the bus stop. Short sleeves. 101 for the high temperature tomorrow afternoon with a lot of sunshine. Bernie 97, Stinson on the south side 103, Port SA about 102, and Pleasanton making it to 103 for the afternoon high temperature. And then it's, what do we call it? Heat and repeat going forward. And I know we talked about it, but it's very important to have an accurate pit thermometer. Check this out. We all love our barbecue, but we all know that pits take a beating, and that includes the thermometer. If you've ever smoked meat and thought, I did everything right, but the meat came out too dry, the problem may lie in the thermometer. Time to check the calibration of the thermometer. First, you take it off, but don't just twist it with your hands. That can move the scale because it's in there nice and snug. Use a wrench. And now we take our dirty pit thermometer to the kitchen. Now be sure to give it adequate time to fully adjust. That can be as much as 15 to 20 minutes. And make sure the stem is fully submerged. Verified! My pit thermometer, totally accurate and even pretty clean now too. Finn, hey, we have a clean thermometer. Clean thermometer, huh? What do you say? Accurate, accurate, clean. Good boy. Who's a good boy? Mwah. Thank you. So the boiling temperature is 212 degrees. So if you submerge the thermometer in boiling water, it should read 212 degrees. I mean, give or take a little bit, especially when you adjust for altitude. My house is probably about 210, 211, and that's what my comparison thermometer was showing. So, hey, pit thermometer turned out accurate. I bring this up because a while back, one of my buddies was like, I did everything I always do, but the meat was terrible and it was dried out. And I go, dude, look at your thermometer. It's all like broken and busted, and it just doesn't always register. Sometimes you need a new one or you calibrate them. Richard Thompson, winner of this homemade thermometer. Congrats.
I think you should try your hand at a pit thermometer.
Yeah, you're better off with a bimetallic. It's hard with the liquid and glass. You could, because they're bimetallic. They're two types of metal smushed together.
They're hard to make.
Yeah, a little more complicated. I've never tried it, but
yeah.
I like that you told your friend, dude, it's your thermometer.
It's your thermometer, man.
He's probably like, oh, of course Caskey said that, Mr. Thermometer.
Boiling water. Put it in boiling water. You'll know what it should read.
All right. Love it. Buzz up next.
In the buzz today, a startling discovery with even more startling timing. Marine researchers have discovered an ultra-rare 12-foot oarfish off the coast of Southern California, and they're calling it a doomsday fish. This was found just 2 days before a 4.4 magnitude earthquake.
Yeah, you see how long it is? They stretched it out on a surfboard here. A team of science kayakers and snorkelers found the massive yet slender oarfish. They say since 1901, there have been less than 24 confirmed oarfish sightings in California. One in 1996 that measured a staggering 23 feet long, nicknamed the Doomsday Fish. Legend has it the specimen's rare appearance acts as an omen of looming natural disasters. The either oarfish. One of the busier airports in the Pacific Northwest has nearly transformed itself into a vacation destination all its own. Portland International Airport reopened its main terminal and is basically an indoor version of Oregon's outdoors. The renovation features dozens of trees, thousands of plants throughout the terminal. This is the terminal.
Yeah, it does not look like an airport, right? There were also 49 skylights you could see there in a Douglas fir ceiling that was cut from regional forests through sustainable harvesting methods. On occasion, therapy llamas and alpacas will even be on hand here for travelers. Now, the price of this remake, more than $2 billion.
Wow.
Yeah. There are some plans for the San Antonio airport expansion to incorporate some of like the limestone we have around here, some of the outside elements into our airport as well.
That would be good. And I know as a fellow Royal Rosarian, you know Portland is the Rose City. So I'm sure there's some roses somewhere in there.
Yeah.
We'll be right back.
That is all our time here on the News at 6. Thanks for watching.
We'll see you on the Night Beat at 10.